The great thing about calculators is that they make arithmetic easy. The bad thing about calculators is that they make arithmetic easy. Let's take a look at this question over here, our favorite SAT question here. And we see that the arithmetic involved in the correct solution is very, very simple. Now, if when you were doing this, you did this method where you just tried guessing numbers, my guess, you probably had a calculator. You know why? Because the calculator makes it easier to use those type of plug in and guess methods. Those calculators basically make an easy path for your mind to use the worst possible methods. If you start guessing numbers and you have to multiply and do long division by hand 5,000 times, you're not going to want to do it. And your brain is going to say, hold on, everyone. Let's see if we can find a more efficient way to do this. But if you have a calculator in your hand, then your mind says, oh, let's just try out some numbers. And that's exactly the thought that many people have when they look at this problem. They're holding a calculator. They're like, I don't know how to do this. Let me just try out some numbers. If you get rid of that calculator, that terrible, terrible thought, which is, I don't know what to do, let me try out some numbers, will never happen to you again. It is the worst thing. You want to banish that thought from your mind. Now, normally it's hard to banish a thought from your mind, but in this case you can, because you just need to physically remove the physical calculator from your person. If from now until after you finish with the SAT, you keep that calculator away from you, it's going to make your brain constantly search for more efficient solutions. Remember, faster solutions, more efficient solutions are going to be faster, but there's something else. They're also going to be more reliable. You're going to make fewer mistakes if you're only doing 4 steps than if you're doing 400 steps. The more steps you have, the greater the chance of a mistake. And so even though calculators do the arithmetic for you, I see students make more mistakes when they're using a calculator than when they're not. And here's why. There's always some option of human error, and if you have hundreds of steps that you're putting into a calculator, and some of you who are more persistent might have tried out a couple hundred numbers for something like this, if you're doing that, there's just going to be a bigger chance for mistakes. Now, just to wrap the things up, obviously there are other reasons not to use a calculator. Algebra skills build on arithmetic skills. So when you learn how to add fractions like 1/2 plus 2/3, that skill will then obviously form the foundation for doing something like 1/a plus 2/b. I mean, we can obviously see those connections. Algebra builds on arithmetic, and algebra is what you use to demolish the SAT math section. But the other part of it is this. Efficient solutions come when inefficient solutions are difficult. The more unpleasant the inefficient solution is, the more your mind will gravitate towards the efficient solution. If you want a perfect score on the SAT, you need to be using only efficient solutions. And that means you got to keep that calculator as far away as you possibly can. Calculators make inefficient solutions easy, but getting rid of it will make inefficient solutions so unpleasant that your mind will always go for the short, quick, reliable, efficient solutions.